Hello students, I am MD Pasha, faculty in Indian Economy for Civil Services and State Service Examination. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Pasha's Economy. Today's video, I am going to analyze agricultural reform which brought under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Student, as you know that Honorable Prime Minister had announced 20 lakh crores economic stimulus package for rebooting India, thereby achieving self-reliant India. In this connection, Honorable Finance Minister had announced Tranche 3 as agricultural reform. All these reforms I'll analyze in today's lecture. So kindly go through each and every video very carefully and note down certain important points. Hopefully this will be helpful for success of your examination. Union Finance Minister had announced 11 measures under Tranche 3 of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan as agriculture reform. Out of 11 measures, 8 measures pertains to the agricultural infrastructure for boosting agriculture infrastructure, post-harvest and pre-harvest management, and 3 measures relates to the administrative and governance reforms. So students, let us analyze the first measure, strengthening infrastructure, logistic, capacity building, governance and administrative reform for agriculture, fisheries and food processing sector. So measures to strengthen infrastructure, logistic and capacity building, under which out of the 8 measures, first I'll analyze fund worth 1 lakh crore to be given to agriculture cooperative societies, FPOs, farmers producers organization. These FPOs, farmers producers organizations, agricultural entrepreneurs, startups to boosting farm gate infrastructure. Student, let me analyze these points. What is the meaning of this farm gate infrastructure? Farm gate infrastructure refers to a farmer can directly sell its output to the final entrepreneur without any hurdles. In such a manner, infrastructure will be created. Lack of adequate cold chain, post-harvest management infrastructure, vicinity of farm gate causing value chain. It means loss of the productivity and loss of the profit of the farmer. So in order to make the farmer more viable of agriculture, in order to enhance the farmer's income, Nirmala Sitharaman had focused on farm gate infrastructure. It means 1 lakh crore will be provided to the creating farm gate infrastructure, which will be more helpful for startups and new entrepreneurs, etc. etc. It's a good initiative for revamping agriculture sector. Another most important thing, 10,000 crores scheme for formalization of MFEs. MFE is nothing but micro food enterpriser. You know that scheme promotes to the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, vocal for local with global outreach, giving importance to the local product. In these circumstances, Honorable Finance Minister had announced cluster-based farming approach. Cluster-based farming approach giving priority for the regional crop and area-wise crop. Example, they will be give priority for certain crops. Example, mangoes in Uttar Pradesh, kesar in Jammu and Kashmir, bamboos shoots in Northeast, chilies in Andhra Pradesh, tapioca in Tamil Nadu, and turmeric in Telangana. In such a manner, giving priority for cluster-based approach. Cluster-based approach, there will be much priority for the decentralized manner. All kind of government extension will be provided. As a result, reach level will be higher, so that farmer will become forward. Such kind of government enormous support will be available. And much focus on the feminization, that is the women, SC, ST and other people, and also much important giving for aspirational districts. You know that Niti Aayog concept of aspirational district. So give much priority on aspirational district. So it means giving more priority for micro food enterprises, which is most importance in day-to-day life. As a result, what will happen? Export market in the view of improved health, people health conscious, standardization has to be increased, and also technical upgradation to attain FSSAI food standards will be built up through this 10,000 crore scheme. So these two initiatives will make infrastructure in a quality manner so that agriculture will become much viable. Third initiative pertains to the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, fisheries sector. 20,000 crore for fishermen through Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Under this process, critical gap in fisheries value chain. As you know that, Honorable Prime Minister always giving importance for the blue economy. In these circumstances, in order to harness the ocean and sea resources, Honorable Finance Minister 20,000 crores allotted for the fishermen infrastructure. So government already launched Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, sustainable inclusive development for marine and inland fisheries. 11,000 crores. This 11,000 crores for activities in marine and inland fisheries. 9,000 crores for infrastructure, fishing harbors, cold chain market, etc., etc. This will lead to additional fish production of 70 lakh tons over 5 years, and 50 lakh person employment will be created. This initiative also focused on provision for ban period support to the fishermen. During the period of fishing is not permitted, ban period, Government of India will provide personal as well as boat insurance so that the people will get some financial aid. And also focus on inland Himalaya states, northeast and aspirational district area. So these kind of measures have been taken by the government. So student, another big initiative is what? One is promote and most focus giving in the the blue economy. And also fourth measure is 13,343 crore to achieve 100% vaccination of cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat and pig population for foot and mouth diseases, etc. It means giving priority for what here, vaccination, 100% vaccination. So in order to develop the animal rearing, this is one good initiative. And another important initiative, 15,000 crore allotted for animal husbandry infrastructure development fund. In order to support to the the animal husbandry infrastructure, 15,000 crores for animal husbandry infrastructure fund allocated. So it will be much helpful for what? And also it will bring the private investment in dairy processing, value addition and cattle feed infrastructure. So student, here we have to focus 15,000 crores boost for animal husbandry infrastructure. As a result, doubling the farmer income and other initiatives will be other kind of benefit to the farmer. It is a good initiative taken by the Honorable Finance Minister under this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Another initiative relates to the herbal cultivation, promotion of herbal cultivation, that is medicinal plant. The National Medicinal Plant Board has supported 2.25 lakh hectares area under cultivation of medicinal plants. 1 lakh hectares will be covered under herbal cultivation in next 2 years with outlay of 4,000 crores have been allocated. So National Medicinal Plant Board is supporting here. That is almost on 10 lakh hectare to be covered. Sorry, I said 1 lakh crores, but no, 1 lakh hectare. Here the 10 lakh hectare area will be covered. For that 4,000 crores have been allocated. This initiative 5,000 crores income generation to the farmer. This will be big initiative to the individual. So it will lead to 5,000 crores income generation for the farmer. Network of regional mandis for medicinal plant. So it's a good initiative taken by the government in order to increase the farmer income, and hopefully it will be double the farmer's income in the coming year. So another initiative under Self-Reliant India, 5,000 crores beekeeping initiative to help rural women and livelihood. It is another big fantastic move taken by the finance minister. So 5,000 crores beekeeping initiative to help rural and livelihood people for making inclusive growth to the agriculture individual. So the 8th initiative, Government of India launched previously TOP. The TOP is nothing but tomatoes, onion, potatoes initiative. That is nothing but Operation Green. Now by seeing the significance of this one, because this initiative is run by Ministry of Food Processing Industry, now this initiative is extended from top to all fruits and vegetable. It's a very important point. It extended to the fruits and vegetable. So this scheme will provide 50% subsidy and transportation from surplus to the deficit market, and 50% subsidy storage including cold storage, and will this initiative 500 crores earmark. So any of these are the 8 measures which relates to the infrastructure. So student, if you analyze these points, hopefully much helpful for the agriculture farmer in order to get more output, and ultimately the productivity will be enhanced, the farmer, agriculture sector will become viable. So stress in agriculture will minimize, the farmers will become viable. So this is one of the, this kind of initiatives definitely will be support to the Indian agriculture sector. 3 measures relates to the governance and administrative reforms for agriculture sector. Student, as you know that if government, the laws and government reforms will also boost to agriculture sector more viable. In this connection, government acknowledge the importance of the laws to be amended, so that the out of the 3, the first pertains to the amendments to Essential Commodity Acts to enable better price realization to farmers. Student, as you know that the government amended the Essential Commodity Act 1955, the 65 years old act, recently passed an ordinance. Soon we are seeking for the final nod of the Honorable President, so it will become as an act amendment. See, agriculture, if the requirement of the making this act, act amendment, agriculture foodstuff including cereals, edible oils, oil seeds, pulses, onion and potatoes shall be deregulated. That it will be out of the ambit of the government regulation. Stock limit will be imposed under very exceptional cases, whenever there is a natural calamities, whenever there is a disaster, whenever there is a famine or any surge in prices. In such circumstances, stock will be imposed, or obviously stock will be exempted. So no such stock limit shall be applied to the processor or value chain participant. As a result, what will happen, most of the people will become forward. So recently, I'll make separate video on the recently amended, that is the ordinance which passed by the cabinet recently on Essential Commodity Act 1955. On June 3rd, the ordinance says that farmer need not go to respective agriculture market yard for selling their produce. He can sell it to anywhere. Producer has to come to the gate of the farmer and purchase the thing. As a result, transportation cost also minimized, better value, better valuation in the price. Outside the market yard, farmer can sell, and private trader will become forward. No such regulation. So as a result, trading will be take place in a good conditions. If any dispute will arise between the farmer and trader, they can be approached to the local revenue divisional officer. They can be complained to the revenue divisional officer. Within the 30 days of time, they can be give their judgment. If the award is not satisfactory, the individual farmer can approach to the collector. So collector, collector has to be take it finally, and whatever the standstill class, whatever the judgment they'll give, they have to obey. It will not challenge to any of the court. In such cases, what will happen? The better valuation of the price. So online process, whatever they have done it online process, they can be approached to the online process. So these are all the good moves taken by the Government of India amendment under this act. So I'll be make separate video on this. Another important thing you have to remember, agriculture marketing reform to be undertaken, provide adequate marketing choices to farmer to sell produce, to sell their produce at their level of, the areas wherever he want, he can be sell it. So that farmer bound to sell agriculture produce only to the APMCs, now farmer can sell it anywhere. Such a restriction or sale is, has been removed, so farmers can be sell it anywhere. A central law will be formulated. Recently, one nation, one market, the ordinance was passed by the government. So removal barrier in interstate trade and framework for e-trading in agriculture. In such kind of measures they have taken up under the second measure. Third most important thing, you have to remember, standard mechanism for predictable price. Even the whenever there is a particular, the standardized mechanism is most required for agriculture. So student, here farmers lack of enforcement standardized mechanism, they are not getting good prices. So private sector investment in provision of input and agriculture sector interest. Facilitative legal framework Government of India will be framed. So as a result, the transparent manner, there will be standardization will be improved. So these are the agricultural reforms they have taken up under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So student, we have to analyze these are all the things, but the same government has given various kind of assurances till the Modi 1.0 or Modi 2.0. So we have to be take it as a mains question out of these analysis, 1,50,000 crores, how they will be spend it. So kindly take the question. So student, if you take a question like this, critically analyze the agricultural reform measures under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Can these measures boost to the doubling farmer income? See, doubling farmer income or making agriculture sector is more viable, because student, as you know that after COVID-19, majority of the people reverse migration, as a result stress on agriculture is very high. Hopefully, government is now focusing on agriculture sector and also revamping rural economy through MG Narega. So almost all the industries and other sector hit very badly. So people will more stress on agriculture. So government is need to implement more effectively what measure they have taken. Otherwise, disguise unemployment and agriculture sector. So positive, see, the government has done very well, the out of the box what measure they have announced. 1.50 lakh crores, how they'll be invest. See, the point is, what are the positives if you take farm gate infrastructure? It's a more essential now. The farm gate infrastructure is a good initiative by the government, and also they have focused on food processing industry. In this food sector is much demanded in India, where they can be bring 100% FDIs, more FDIs in this sector. Food processing India is always a safest destination for food processing sector. So this is second positives which I have noticed. Third most important positives which I have noticed, giving priority for fishery sector. See, MS Swaminathan initiatives, all initiatives of MS Swaminathan has been shown under the because giving priority for agriculture allied sector. Next most important thing, disease vaccination is very fantastic thing, because now animal husbandries facing many diseases. So government is focusing on 100% vaccination for cattle, buffaloes, and she's animal rearing. So focusing on animal rearing, and also giving priority for the particularly much priority. What I notice here in this analysis, giving priority for promotion of herbal cultivation, organic farming, as well as here this kind of initiative. It's a good novelty in initiative. Another big positives, if you see, giving priority for rural women employment by initiative of beekeeping, etc., etc. Top two total is also very good, fantastic thing. So, and government administrative reform like amendment in the Essential Commodity Act, pricing mechanism, and also standard mechanism, right, grading and all. So on the paper, it looks government has done it out of the box, but critical evaluation is government is missing the minimum support price initiative. These minimum support price, farmers after cultivation, if the better price will not be available in the market, entire farmer effort will be vanishes. Farmer is, government is need to give priority for minimum support price. MS Swaminathan recommendation C2 plus, give priority for 50% additional and whatever it may be. That is minimum support price is missing here. Second most critical aspect is creating forward backward linkages, supply chain mechanism of agriculture farmer, which is almost all staggered, which is almost all hit very adversely, stalled during the COVID-19 impact. That is forward backward linkages. Most important thing, market initiatives, mandis, rural heart. You have to revamp your Enam. You have to develop your rural heart. You have to develop your grams, and you give much priority for agriculture marketing, whether virtual as well as your physical. Give priority for that. Agriculture is a state subject. Government must speak with the state government very amicable manner. Otherwise, these reforms only on paper, and reality may agriculture will not be give that much priority. Most important critical aspect which I will be focused on this. See, give priority for the inputs here entire in this mechanism. If you see in the announcement, input mechanism has been missed. So government has to focus on input mechanism like farm inputs, give fertilizer, pesticides, tractors, harvesting, sprinkler, whatever this thing, and irrigation, credit. So you have missed the agriculture credit. Lack of credit, farmer will not become forward, and they are facing problem of labor. So government has to give assurance to the labor, mechanization. Rural hiring, farm hiring centers in the rural area. So these kind of initiatives government has to be taken up. Then a government will take this kind of initiative. In coming areas, agriculture will be glorified, and India will become a safe country. The self-reliant can possible. In order to make Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan very effectively, without agriculture it is impossible. So government has to give much priority for agriculture sector and make much viable. They are facing much problem, marginal farmer, small farmer, because 85% of this small size of land holding in India, marginal small size of land holding in India. Government has to think about agriculture reforms, that is land reforms, and government has to see that better coordination with the state, local bodies, and as a result much development in the locality. Then farmer income will be double. Then rural migration will be, people reverse migration, they'll be happily live their life. Then only it is possible. Food security, and also this coming kharif season will be more benefited for India. So then there is a chances of the employment creation, and also there is a chances of rebounding better GDP growth rate in India. Hopefully write the answer and send my own video. So if you like my video, kindly subscribe it and pass it to the your friends. Very soon we'll be launch the exclusive online classes that I'll be come with the another video. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.